What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another week's edition of Surf and Shank, a weekly series where we drink beers and eat tacos before we talk to you guys.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we really
Pause.
do. I was just thinking,
If you could have seen Sean's face, it was a moment of contemplation and reflection. He was truly admiring the process of drinking beers and eating tacos.
I was, and I was constipated at the same time, so it all flows in the same
Yeah,
category.
exactly. Yeah. What was the word I said before you said constipated?
I don't know. It was probably a word that's like, higher than two syllables.
Sean, a couple weeks ago, you're like, yeah, you're so much smarter than me. I was like, what are you going by with this whole smartness thing? You're like, yeah, well, you said like 4 or 5 words that I didn't know. I was like, okay, I guess.
Well, it is. It's like sometimes it's like like me. It's like I have to clap out my words if they're more than 2 syllables.
And then
Well, no,
the dog was red.
Like, yeah, it's like like fantastic. Fantastic. 3 syllables is too big for me to say, and I don't want to fucking go that far.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand that shit. So like when you start, Freudian on me, it's like I don't know what he just said.
I'll use a word like volition, and he'll be like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
Aren't those the people that make Saints Row 3? I mean, seriously, that's what I get from that. I mean, everything has to go back to something. Most of the time, I don't fucking understand anything.
Well, Mr. Incomprehensive, what's our first topic?
Well, I think first we want to really kind of thank Keemstar and Only Use Me Blade for coming on to Overdose this week. It was, I kind of felt starstruck. I was amazed that someone of their caliber would take time out to spend with us. Even though it was only an hour, which was great. I mean, I'm totally appreciative, and we got to hang out with them for a half hour on the pre-show. I mean, I think it was awesome.
Yeah, dude, like, it was... I didn't get enough of a chance to say in the pre-show or whatever, like, how much I wanted to thank him. Part of it, too, is, like, I didn't want to seem like that gushing fanboy, JoJo the Idiot Circus Boy with his brand new pet. Tommy Boy? Anyone?
Yeah, Tom.
Just me?
I remember that movie.
But I didn't want to be that guy, but I wanted to be so much like, oh my god, Blade, I've been watching commentaries for years, like Keemstar, like, it was kind of, totally like you said, a starstruck experience. But we talked about this earlier, like, those guys gained nothing from coming on our show.
No, I mean, coming on for them, it doesn't do shit for them. And I know they just did their Bad Kid cast right before they came on the show, and that's one of the reasons that Only Use Me Blade was there, because they had just finished it. And we were just expecting to have Keemstar on, and Keemstar's like, hey, you mind if I have one of my friends join? And we're like, yeah, whatever. He's like, yeah.
His name is Only Use Me Blade.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's like, his name's Only Use Me Blade. It's like, never heard of him before.
Yeah, fucking Jesus Christ, man. It was kind of surreal trying to, like, just be chill and, like, I mean, I am a chill dude, but I also, like I said, I didn't want to be a fucking moron. And it was just super cool. And what was I gonna say?
Thank you. Basically, it's made it easy. It's just it's thank you guys for taking the time, and we enjoyed it. And thanks. Basically, I mean, to me, that's the easiest thing. I mean, you didn't have to do it. You did. You guys gained nothing by it, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it says a lot about your characters. So, all right, okay. And then what is our next topic? This just came up kind of last minute.
This is last minute, but I think it's hilarious. I mean, we're talking about online dating.
So we're talking with Surfwife here, and she's like, "You guys should talk about online dating." And Sean's like, "Fuck online dating. That's for losers."
I'm sorry.
So biased.
I mean, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that online date. You may have met your, wife that you'll be divorced from in 6 months. Which
Don't
is
worry,
fine.
guys. You're not losers. Don't listen to Shank.
Honestly, you're not losers. You're pathetic because you don't have social skills to go out and meet your own fucking woman. You wait for a fucking computer to say, "Hey, here's your fucking perfect match.
Dude,
here's your fucking match."
Some people get like so burnt out on the bar scene, or like I don't know.
Well, I'm not saying you're burnt.
Like high school kids on it.
So what's wrong with me cruising to high school? Big deal. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah,
old enough to bleed, old enough for me, right?
If there's grass in the field, I play.
Exactly.
And sometimes even when there's not.
Yeah. Well, most of the time these days, most of them shave, so there's no grass anywhere.
Yeah,
so
that's statutory rape. But I mean, if it's consensual,
it's not. I always ID them. If they have fake IDs, it says they're 18.
I just imagine you as like a bouncer for a second with that little black light checking out the fucking ID.
I do.
Cards.
It's like, okay, bedroom 1, bedroom 2. Preschool next door. It's like, seriously, fuck that. Honestly, I mean, I don't mean to bash, but I mean,
I don't mean to bash, but you're a fucking loser. You're dating.
I'm just sorry. I mean, I'm single, and I've been single for quite some time. I'm sure you're probably asking yourself. I'm sure you guys are asking yourself, well, why is that? It's because I refused to online date. I have a buddy who.
It's because his girlfriend disliked him so much she moved out of the state.
No, I think she was considering moving out of the country, but she got as close to the border as she could.
Yeah, Istanbul would not give her. They would not accept her passport. So
exactly.
She tried Yemen after that, but she ended up in Boston.
Some STD for me, so she couldn't get out of the country. But it's like, I had a buddy of mine who's like...
They wouldn't let her to the other country because of her Shank STDs.
Yeah, exactly. She had fucking one of my 91 STDs. And
Shank transmitted disease. That's what
exactly.
it is.
It's an STD.
You've got your own brands.
That's where it started from.
This
it wasn't
is a
really
new
sick,
strain.
but...
We trace it back to one man in the northwest
And there's
suburbs
some
of
fucking
Chicago.
picture of me with my fucking red Bull's head backwards. Did you ever have any relations with this man? And then she breaks down in tears and cries.
Sadly, yes. It's all true.
Goes into a fucking psycho ward for 6 months.
Jesus
So like I was saying, my buddy, I mean, we really just went all over that subject. Came everywhere. Exactly. So my buddy, he was doing some online dating a few years ago. He's like, yeah, you need to do it. I didn't want to say, hey, dude, you're a loser. Because he's a good friend of mine. I've known him for, some time. And, he met some women.
I didn't want to say, hey, bro, you're a loser.
Hey, bro, you're a fucking loser. Get a fucking clue. And it's like, I didn't want to say that to him. So I'm like, yeah. He's like, I'll help you make your profile. I'm like, yeah. And I just don't call him for a few months. It makes it easier. And it kind of goes away. And honestly, even after the end, he kind of drifted away from it because it wasn't doing that. And they're just hooked up with a bunch of fucking psychopath loser bitches who are just like, oh, I have an ex-husband and 15 kids and I can't get child support. And,
I heard that the net that you fish with is much bigger, but you get a lot of crazier fish. That's what I've heard.
I guess.
I knew a dude who did it, who was kind of close to me, and he was like, yeah, man, like for every like one semi-regular person you meet like 3 wackos.
Yeah, and then
you ever see the video profile where that girl was crying over the cats?
No, I did
Oh my
not.
god, we have to watch it after this.
And it's like and then you get like
She's like, I just really I'm sorry. She's like, a little bit about me. My name's Chastity. I live in Malibu. I love candlelit dinners, and she like puts her head down. She tears up. She's like, I just really love cats. And like she goes to this 5-minute spiel. I'm not kidding. It's not even fake. She's sobbing over. She's like, I just look at them, and it makes me sad that some of them don't have a home. And she's just sobbing. This is her video profile.
Then the Melissa Etheridge song comes on.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever the fuck it is, and when I have to watch every Christmas time about the fucking, we have homeless people, but God forbid Melissa Etheridge is, or not Melissa Etheridge, it's fucking, what's her name? It's the other one, what's her name? Sarah McLachlan. Yeah, it's that fucking sad song where it's like, it's Christmas time, you're trying to enjoy something, and here come fucking song comes out with puppies, with, little eye boogers in. Yeah, and it's like, I want to fucking kill myself. It's like, God forbid there's homeless people who aren't eating in Africa, but we got to take care of a little puppy who doesn't have a home. That is so sexy. I'm so turned on right now.
Dude, even the dogs are like, isn't this a little heavy-handed, Sarah?
Exactly.
Jim Gaffigan, anyone? Jim Gaff?
I think that's what I just saw from it. It's just fucking, it was fucking
It's a little heavy-handed, Sarah.
Kids not eating in Africa, we're worried about fucking puppies who don't have a home.
Okay, well, before we run out of time, let me at least just say my 2 cents on the whole internet dating thing. My thing is, whatever you got to do to meet some people, that's cool. I think it's a total viable way.
Sorry.
There's many happy people who meet online. Do what you got to do. Don't listen to Shank.
And most of them kill themselves later on in life, so just let you know.
Or you can be like Shank and refuse to do it and just die alone.
Yeah, exactly. And
Masturbate 17
die alone in
times
my
a day.
home with my cock in my hand.
Exactly.
And then we were talking about another website that is quite interesting.
I found out about it through Twitter, but it's called AshleyMadison.com, and it's a website that helps married people have extramarital affairs.
And what's their tagline?
Their
tagline is fucking priceless.
Their tagline, hold on. It says, shh, life is short. Have an affair.
I mean, seriously, what better tagline is that? Like, I'm going to go on the fucking thing tomorrow. I'm going to sign up, pretend like I'm fucking married, and dude, I'm going to get so much fucking tang, you're going to think I'm in the ocean.
Dude, and it says, free for women. So it goes to show there's 90% guys on there. They're like, I'll pay $15 a month to fuck this chick in the ass.
Yeah, it's a fucking sausage fest, I swear to God. End up hooking me up with a fucking dude. I swear to God. This is your idol profile. He's 380 pounds, rides a Harley and tattooed from arm to asshole. I mean, seriously.
So let me ask you this: if you were in an unhappy marriage for, let's say, like 10 or 20 years, like to the point where, like, some jobs you've had where you want to fucking jerk the wheel off the road.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's your marriage, but 10 times worse. And if for some reason you've been committed for 10 or 20 years, you got a bunch of kids, you feel it's for the best for them, whatever. Okay, you're dead set on I just want to stay married, but you're totally fucking miserable. Would you ever utilize an Ashley Madison type website?
Well, I'm very shallow. So
I wouldn't need the website. I would just go and do it.
Well, I'm like speechless for the first time. It's like, I don't support the website, and the fact is, I was married and I wasn't loyal. But I mean, like the website, when I first saw it, it was like a fucking TV commercial. It's like, right after the Sarah McLachlan fucking video, here comes the fucking Ashley Madison
McLachlan, I like that. That's an even better name.
Then the fucking Ashley Madison thing comes on, and honestly, I was just disgusted. I'm like, really? this is what we're coming to as in America. Is we're like, hey, you know what? You want to fuck somebody else? Here, come to us. You know, we won't let anyone know.
If you can discuss Sean, that's a fucking feat.
Yeah, exactly, and it did. It really bothered me, and it's not something I promote.
I didn't think there was anything in the natural universe that could make you say that disgusted me.
It did, and it did. It really did. I can remember sitting there, and I'm like,
Sound like
I
an
cannot
old
fucking
lady.
believe.
That's okay, though.
You know, it's like back when I was born in the 20s.
Disgusting. That is disgusting.
And I took my first facial.
What
And
did
I
they do
don't
facials
mean-
back then.
You know, I know
Someone
now.
started the finger in the
I
ass.
know now they call it skeeting, but I don't know back then it was just a facial. So,
This should be the show. This should just be you doing this for 10 minutes.
just me rambling on about facials at 97 years old and anal sex.
Well, on that note, and I just spit on the chair.
Nice job.
You ever do the thing where you speak and you spit lands on the other person and you want to wipe it away?
And they
so
don't
you
know
give them
it's
that
there.
second where you look away so that they can wipe it away.
But then half the time they don't even know because they weren't
don't
paying
even
attention
know.
because they're so fucking high.
Well, guys, this has been another episode of Surf and Shank. Please keep watching the channel. I know this probably doesn't leave with a good impression. I'm just teasing. We have a good time.
And by the way, if you do online date, you're a fucking loser. And that's just my opinion. That's all that matters.
And
Thank
I'll Jesus Christ. All right, guys, we'll catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.
You didn't say what you thought of the website, Joey.